What is up, Frankmeisters? Another Saturday night here in Greenwood, Indiana. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Looks like everybody's starting to come in. Miss Deb, good evening. Miss D. Ashley. Olivia 2. Jetta. William. Jinx. Yeah, you're going to come on up here because you're pretty boisterous and I like to hear things about what you have to say. Constantine, what's going on, buddy? TTM Fangirl. Heather Marie, See-Through, Roxy. How's everybody doing tonight? Sorry I didn't do a live last night after dealing with things that have been going on for the last 2 days and trying to schedule, not to step on any other creators' toes and everything. I ended up getting a migraine. I was like, man, that's not a good sign for me. So that's why I'm having it tonight. Angela Vinovan, what's going on? CP4. Yes, sir, Mr. William. I'm excited to see what the Colts are going to do this year, man. And I hope they start Richardson because I've been saying it for the last couple of years, we need a mobile quarterback like Lamar Jackson or Patrick Mahomes. That's what it's gone to these days in the NFL. Wow, now everybody's starting to come in. Hey, Kay, Violet Gal. Purdue, one of my favorite ladies. Support with Steffa. Hi, sweets. How are you? Four Pit Bulls. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Who's that? Norma63. Good to see you. All right. Let's get this link up here because I know all kinds of people are going to want to talk about what happened the last 2 days. I'm just interested to see what people have to say and give my thoughts. Come on up here, Jetta. Or Jinx, sorry. Amy, hi. If you want to come up, there's the link. By the way, everybody, Amy Lynn is my new administrator for my Facebook group. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you guys can go to her on Facebook, and I'm still working with her on how we want to do the rules and everything in there, so just be patient with us. Phil Bond, good to see you. Melissa. Charlotte Dean. Did I miss anybody? Well, let's talk about what happened on Thursday first. I think everybody was a little bit shell-shocked on what took place that day. No, I'm not baked. I'm not baked. Nope. Sitting in my bay window here, looking outside and talking to you guys. That's afterwards. I don't need my butt chewed out by a few people in the chat because they will chew me out afterwards. Back to what we were talking about. So let's hear from you guys. What do you think about what happened on Thursday? Well, everybody's still saying hi to everybody. Yeah, it sounds about like me, William. Don't get a whole lot of sleep when stuff's going on all of a sudden. CJK, good to see you. Uh-oh. Who's joining us? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's the Hoosier Hickster. The Hoosier Hickster Jinx. What's going on, lady?
Hey, how are you?
You might want to turn your volume down a little bit, boy. You're screaming in my ear, girl.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, man, what a last couple of days, huh?
I'm telling you, it's just been a whirlwind.
Man, I had to start thinking about that after everything happened to try to figure out what exactly took place because I'm hearing this and hearing that. And then I've got my own eyes and I'm thinking, wow. Keegan walks into the courtroom and he immediately sees David Vito and Jerry Holman. Guarantee it. And he's probably tripping right there and then because, Jerry Holman's all about the Delphi case. And, David Vito is the one who interviewed Keegan on the transcripts.
Yep.
or at least one of the investigators. And then the defense is in chambers with the judge by himself. And then all of a sudden the prosecutor's invited in, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
I'm telling you, the suspense was killing me. It was straight up killing me. And then to come out of it, and what happens now, Frank? Go ahead, say it.
Got another continuance.
Bullshit.
And as you can see, what my thumbnail was is Keegan Klein wallowing in a bowl of Skittles, and I did that for a reason.
Yep.
He's sitting there back, bowling in a bowl of Skittles, just popping them suckers in his mouth, laughing at the judicial system right now.
Well, that ain't no lie, because somebody's making sure his commissary stays stocked, apparently.
Man, I'm telling you, there for a minute, I'm sitting there wondering, man, is somebody calling the shots for Keegan behind the scenes, telling him what to do?
Yeah, there's got to be something, because that big old sack of potatoes ain't got too many brains, I wouldn't think.
That's what I'm saying. But he's got some good intelligence. I can tell you that right now. You could tell in the transcripts, and from me speaking with him by chirp on numerous occasions, I could tell he had a little bit of intelligence. The dude's not stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, he might look stupid and do stupid stuff, but he's not stupid.
See, I think he's got his what is it?
Lost you. You froze up, Jinx. Jinx, you froze up. Back out, come back in. Hey, Lakeside. Nice to see you, Kennedy. Nice to see you. Yes, Kennedy. KK is a successful manipulator. And then they pull this crap to say that he did not see any of the transcript, or he didn't recognize the username of the transcript, is a bunch of cockamamie bull crap, because Barbara McDonald.
Yeah.
Barbara McDonald interviewed him in regards to the transcript, so you're not going to tell me he didn't know anything about that, or didn't have a copy of it. And that's why I'm almost wondering if somebody's calling the shots for him behind the scenes and telling him what to do. He ain't that stupid. Uh-oh. I got two of you in here, Jinx. Remove. There we go. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know what happened, but
I don't either.
I got two of you in here.
Double trouble. Y'all better watch out.
Oh, Lord. Oh, there it goes. But what I was saying, he played them again.
Oh, yeah. He is definitely singing his own little tune right now. I guarantee it.
But it does make me wonder if David and Jerry were there for a reason. If they were there to testify, if they needed to be for the CSAM, or if they were there to arrest him after he was sentenced.
I know, right? So there's that. And then what about Aki, his lawyer?
Well, people are asking me what that means, because it shows that Keegan Klein filed it. Okay, I'll explain to you what that means. How they do it is that the defense files the motion on behalf of Keegan Klein, and they listed as Keegan Klein filing it.
Right.
So nobody knows exactly why Aki is motioning to withdraw himself from the case. But Monday morning, about 8 o'clock, I will get a hold of the paperwork and find out exactly why he's removed himself from the case. It's making me wonder if Keegan's been lying to him, or he caught Keegan in a lie, or he knows that Keegan's involved with the Delphi case and he don't want no part of it.
I know. And we know you're going to come through with those documents. You always do, Frankmeister.
Well, I mean, I tried to get the ones for what happened in the sentencing hearing, but according to what they told me, that the judge did not send nothing down. It was all done. What they call the recorder does it all. And they put it into some type of database, and it goes straight to my case, and that's all they have for it. So it doesn't explain exactly what happened.
Right.
I mean, all I know is from what I was told is that Aki brought up the fact that my client's claiming he did not see these documents, and under such an Indiana code, doesn't he have the right for a continuance? So that's all I know on that. And then, like I said, with the Aki filing a motion to withdraw himself, it's making me wonder why. So I'm going to do my damnedest to get that document on Monday to find out why he did it, why he's doing this. Because, I mean, just like with the Karina McClurkin case, when Flint Farmer's attorney withdrew himself, is because I even looked it up and got the paperwork for it, is because he wasn't getting paid. So what are your thoughts on? Go ahead.
I just think it's wild. Like, what the hell? It's going to be a never ending battle of paperwork at this point, I feel like, of getting anything going forward. But I am keeping an eye, because if you haven't noticed, Garrett Kurtz has got some changes coming up in his court cases. Now, this with Keegan Klein, now I'm just waiting on something else to happen with Richard Allen.
Yeah, I got a message through Discord a few days ago, said, hey, or through YouTube, asking me, hey, did you see what's going on with Garrett Kurtz? And I typed back and I said, it's normal procedure. I said, what has happened here is that he has been assigned a new public defender, and they had already had a jury trial set for January or June 20th or something like that. So they canceled it. So the public defender could catch up on the case before they could set a jury trial. Same thing happened. The same thing with Richard Allen. He said he was going to hire his own attorney, and then how many weeks later he pleads to the court to send him or appoint him a public defender. It's no different. They have to catch up on the case before they set a jury trial.
That's just wild. My head's just spinning. Like, there's been so much that's going on without any explanations, I'm really wondering why Holman was there. That's one thing that I'm hooked up on right now. Like, that's just...
That's what I'm wondering, too. Why would Holman be there?
I know.
That made me wonder also. If my mods can drop just about everybody's link to their channels in the chat, please. I see Purdue. I see D's in here. I see who else?
I say, y'all don't subscribe to me. I got one stupid video. I am not a creator. I'm just a shit talker.
And I talk with Miss Deb and Miss Purdue all the time.
Yeah.
I'm only 2 years into the case, but I try to talk to people who've been following the case from day one. Okay.
Yeah.
And Miss Deb and Miss Purdue are my two favorite ladies to talk to, because they've got a lot of knowledge. And Miss Purdue were talking today, and it's just so weird how all this is playing out. And now I'm starting to hear a lot of people don't think that Keegan Klein is not involved. And I'm like, look, he has to be involved. He's the creator of the account. And I have to keep explaining to people that if somebody else was using that account, he would have been notified through his phone that somebody had logged in from another location to that account, and he would have known about it.
Right.
It's no different than when I got hacked. My Facebook got hacked. I was getting notifications the same way. They would send me a notification saying, hey, a login was done at an unknown location or for an unknown device. So I know Keegan was getting that stuff.
Right.
I mean, I understand Keegan's probably like, well, I don't recognize that username. BS, dude. BS.
Yeah, I call BS too. And I keep wondering, I keep circling back to the raid that happened in Delphi that nobody's heard nothing on.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Neff, I think not Neff, something like that. But yeah, somebody said that they had gotten out or whatever, but I haven't seen anything. Nothing.
No, me either. It's just weird. I mean, because it could have been a federal thing. We just don't know.
I know.
But
so many weird things happening. So many weird things.
I mean, when there was the delay, when we were all on ruckuses, I was like, man, something weird's really going on here. Something weird is really going on. But as far as Aki is concerned, I had a feeling this was coming. I had a feeling. And like me and Purdue were talking about, she thinks that Keegan might have been lying to him. about certain stuff and wasn't being honest. And Akey's like, I can't do this because he's been lying to me or whatever, or he's being dishonest with me.
There's just so many dishonesties that are wrapped around this and truth, and they're all entangled so tight together. It's hard to pick out which is which at this point. And then,
Right.
like I said, all this stuff is happening right now, and it's just a whirlwind. I don't know what to think, heads or tails, and none of it. I'm just trying to absorb all the information and figure it out.
I mean, then I keep hearing people talk about that this might be a lone wolf. I don't believe that whatsoever.
I just can't wrap my head around that one. No, sir.
I don't understand why people think it would be a lone wolf. You got a 200-pound 14-year-old girl and her best friend is $105 soaking wet. Okay.
Right.
Yes, I understand that BG basically used a gun to frighten them down the hill. But if that was his only role, because like the charges say, he's under a special, whatever they call it, because of the kidnapping. They're not necessarily saying that he killed the girls. He kidnapped them, which led to their deaths.
Right.
And
so technically, that's still under the murder one. They don't have to prove that he murdered them, only that he kidnapped them, which inevitably caused their death. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And I just don't see. He wouldn't have been stupid enough to fire the gun for one thing. If the girls ran off. That's why I believe there was somebody down at the private drive waiting on them.
Yeah. I have my suspicions about that private driveway as well.
Oh yeah, me too. It's just awful funny that BW was pulling up the driveway around 3:00 when all this is allegedly taking place, and he didn't see or hear anything.
Yes, I know.
The same
Frank,
thing.
I don't want to keep you. I'm so sorry. I have to run, but I'm gonna hop back in chat. I'm gonna let somebody else jump out.
All right, go ahead,
Thank
girl.
you guys.
Yep. All right. Yeah, Ruckus does rock. He's a good guy, guys. Good guy. And then I keep hearing, I see things being posted all over the place talking about that if they have to get you in trial within 1 year or they have to release you. That's not absolutely true. I can tell you that from experience in the state of Indiana. I've seen it too many times where cases didn't get to trial for 2 to 3 years after they were arrested and charged. Yeah, it's a standard rule of thumb to try to give a trial, but within 1 year. And yes, each side gets automatic 3 continuances apiece. But then again, they can file as many continuances as they want as long as each side agrees and the judge agrees. The judge can deny it anytime he wants, but as long as he agrees with both sides, it's going to keep getting continued. All right. I'm ready to start roasting on Keegan Klein. You guys want to start roasting on Keegan Klein, guys? That's what I want to do. Oh, thank you, D. I didn't even know you had my Discord put down there. Support with Steffa. You want to come and see me? I know you want to see me. Hey, Beach Fairy. Good to see you, Mandy Ray. Mustang. Man, let me go back in here and see if there's anybody got any questions? Any questions, anybody? We go from the very beginning here so I'm learning, guys. Let's see. Jinx is a nutcase stuff. Grizz, you still in the chat, bro? I know you wanted to come up because you are a good person who brings out a lot of stuff and that need to be thought about. I like having him up here because he's got a lot of stuff that spins in his head. Let's see. Christy Lynn, good to see you. Fur baby daddy. Let's see. Yeah. Good one there, CJK. Personally, he plays games. In my opinion, the judge needs to take control of the courtroom. Totally agree, but I think the judge fell for it. Yes, I do believe the judge fell for Keegan's little game that he played the other night or the other day. Oh my goodness. Fort Pit Bulls, what's going on, guys? He's been very active in my chats and my YouTube or my community page. Yeah, see, the thing is, he's learning from somebody, though, Fort Pit Bulls. He is learning from somebody. Exactly, CJK. You are absolutely correct. If the judge allows a new public defender, then we will go back to square one, right? And I'll tell you why. Me and Miss Purdue had a discussion on this, too. If the judge denies him a new public defender, that's grounds for appeal for incompetent representation in an appeal. Because, well, I've got my case, and there's another website that you can go to. I haven't got downloaded, though, but it shows that Akey's the one who filed the motion to withdraw. I don't have it uploaded, or I'd pull it up and show it to you. That's right, Kennedy. I plan to get that Monday morning, the actual motion, and it'll explain why he wants to leave the case. I think it'd be the dumbest thing that KK to do is change his plea to not guilty, because you go in front of that people at 12, they're going to throw you in jail for the rest of your life. I don't know what happened in the judge's chambers. Nobody does, and there's a lot of speculation that possibly they got a whiff of what the judge was planning to do and make it consecutive sentences, and it got back to Kegan, and he freaked out. So we really don't know what took place that day. Garrett Kurtz is so old. Let's see. What's Kay got to say? For everyone who's been saying all this time that Ron Logan was so cooperative and allowed LD to search his property, no problem. Frank document makes it pretty clear that was not the case. He refused. But you see, what happened the same day is that Liggett got a hold of that officer and told him to get down to the prosecutor's office to sign the search warrant. So, but it took another 10 days before they arrested Ron Logan, 11 days before they actually did the search warrant. Did you receive your requested docs on Thursday? Out in the boonies, so my service is going out. Docs. Where'd you send them to, CJK? Did you send them to my email? Because if you did, I don't know what your real name is under the email. You might, if you did, you need to put your YouTube name in there so I know who you are. Yeah, pretty pathetic, isn't it, Kennedy? That's why I believe that just in my opinion, as of right now, it seems like somebody's calling the shots for Keegan behind the scenes, and it's just weird. It's just weird. Somebody's giving him tips, a jailhouse lawyer or somebody. Excuse me. Norfleet. Yeah, I see who was talking about that case. Yeah, I now recall his name. And always remember, it's about Libby and Abby, nothing else. So you know Daniel Norfleet, Norfleet, four pit bulls. He's about your age, isn't he? There apparently was more documents to it after the fact, and Fig Sobs is the one who sent that to me saying that no one had ever seen the one on Ron Logan, the interview with Ron Logan. There's some interesting tidbits in that interview. To me, there was. It's funny, you could look up anything about CSE in Carroll County up until the murders. What is that? 4 pit bulls? I don't understand what that is. It looks like you did a typo of some sort. We don't know motive that would lead to suspects if there are more than one such a controversial case, to say the least. True. I mean, you got the CSAM. We've heard about the drug ring. We've heard about sex trafficking. And mostly all those are all tied into one anyway. So it's a complicated case, and I understand why Doug Carter's saying it's a complicated case, because there's like he said, all the tentacles involved. But we don't know if he's playing this for fools or not anyway. So, Amy, do you want to come up? This is my new administrator on the Facebook group, Amy Lynn. I believe the new evidence on KK is Delphi related. Yeah. Jinx. All the idiots. That's what I say. Idiots. You sure can tell he's eating good. He ain't missing a Twinkie. He ain't missing a honey bun. As you can see my thumbnail, he's wallowing around in a bowl of Skittles. Master manipulator. I can guarantee, James, I can guarantee you that the prosecutor's pissed. And I would say maybe the judge, but he's just doing his job and doing what the law says. I mean, he has to. But I'm sure the prosecutor was pretty pissed, because from my understanding, she didn't take any questions or anything after the hearing. She just up and left. Hey, Miss Deb, True Crime Book, good to see you. You talking about the one on Greeno? No, I do not watch that. Deb, just from everything that's gone on the last couple of days, and then setting up my live yesterday, and then realizing that there was 4 lives back to back last night. And I don't like stepping on toes, so I tried to reschedule it for 10:30. And by that time, I got a migraine, and that's not good for me when I have a migraine, because sometimes I end up having seizures. So I just went and laid down and rescheduled for tonight. That's why we're here. Digital. Yeah. Hey, Grizz, you want to come up, bro? Let me get this link in here, because me and you talked about that earlier. Makes me wonder if they're looking at Tony right now. That's what me and Grizz were talking about earlier. When, yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's support with Steffa, my friend. Well, what is going on, young lady?
Oh my God, everybody's hit. Don't you see everybody saying, hey, support, but Steffa needs her, oh shoot, I don't want to be on camera. Hold on.
You're not.
I know, I'm trying to make it so my picture's on there. I don't like being naked. I don't like. You see it? It's like naked.
And well, mine is too.
It's
Since
a
since I
symbol.
started using my own StreamYard, I have to
I
put
don't
up.
like that. We got to fix it. We got to fix that. Edit avatar. We need to. Okay, we are not.
Ruckus. There's Ruckus. He's with his grandkids.
Hey, Ruckus. Okay, photos. I got photos. I just find a photo. Maybe I can find a photo. These are all of my dog.
I think KK was shocked to find out the prosecutors were asking for 45 plus years. Oh, I bet if that was the case,
Oh my God.
it could be all pressure to give up Delphi info. This is also maybe why attorney wants to bow out. Good point, Amy.
I'm trying to find a picture that doesn't have other people in it. I can't believe I can't just pull up my regular picture. Oh, these are all from the. Now I got pictures from Delphi, from our Delphi trip when you saved my life. Oh, here's one. Support was.
Jedi, hold on. But the next page says Neff went into LA and stated he like, we already knew that beforehand. That was all part of the PCA to get the search warrant. We knew that his cousin admitted that he lied. We already knew all that. We wanted to know exactly what Ron Logan had to say in his interview because no one ever knew. And that's why Vic sent me that to do a show on it. Oh, there you are. You're way up there. That's why I see the link now.
Yeah, I wasn't. Now I'm not naked. That was be inappropriate for YouTube for me to be naked on your. I don't want you to get in trouble.
No, whatever.
But anyway, hi to all the chat. I haven't been on chat. I haven't been on a panel for a while.
Right.
Hey, can I make an announcement to everybody?
Yes, you sure can.
On Friday, make sure you sub to my channel and hit your notification because I have a guest coming on who is, she doesn't work there anymore, but she is a nurse that worked in a hospital for the criminally insane. And she is going to talk about what it's like, the process of when they come in, what the criminally insane actually look like, how they decipher if they're really criminally insane or.
Hey, Steph, see my avatar? I'm naked.
Put your clothes back on, Frankmeister.
Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
Now you're going to be in trouble again. YouTube's going to shut you down.
No, if I get rude or doing something I'm not supposed to be doing, somebody messages me privately and tells me to knock it off.
Grizz said the 1-900 psychic nurse. Grizz, that's me. That's you. Well, you're the 1-900 psychic. Grizz and I have a psychic line.
Oh, Lord. Doesn't change the fact that RL refused permission to search and they had to obtain a warrant. People were saying he gave them full consent to search without hesitation, just saying he did not. But he did admit to why he didn't want the search to happen because he was in possession of weapons he wasn't supposed to be in possession of for being on probation. And then he made the excuse that his house looked like his garage. It was a total mess and used that excuse. Let's see. Chris is crazy, but.
Okay, so what do you think about Thursday?
Like I said, it makes me wonder if Keegan's got somebody calling the shots for him behind the scenes that nobody knows about because he's not that intelligent. He might be good when it comes to manipulating little girls and everything, but when it comes to the judicial system, I don't think he's that smart. Somebody's telling him something to take to his attorney and having him doing this crap. I don't know if it would be a jailhouse.
Like maybe a former judge?
I don't think a former judge would be in contact with him because they would have information on that through his chirp, or they read all his mail. They check all of his chirp devices. They watch all of his videos. I mean, they watch everything. So somebody's giving him information on visits, on what to do or what to say, or something. That's how I feel because, like I said, out of nowhere, he's going to say, "Well, I've never seen those transcripts." Bull, honky donk. That is garbage.
Do you
Total
think
garbage.
there could be more transcripts that we don't know about?
With the way things are going now, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, nothing surprises me with this.
You
For real.
Honestly, I couldn't say. It's just like they're. I don't know how to put it into words. The way things are going, Keegan, right now, he's not going to serve a day in jail if he keeps delaying everything. This is his whole intent. To stay in the county and collect as many days in the county, and the more time he's in county, the more time he gets cut from his prison sentences.
But as we know, prison is a lot kinder, is better than jail is. So why would he want to stay in jail? Like, at least in prison they have more to do. In jail they don't. So I'm still trying to understand why he would want to prevent or take more time in the jail, which is less comfortable than time in prison.
They've got him secluded from everybody in a different wing than everybody else.
Well, he's out in the population. I mean, I know it's an area like Noe was, they got to hang out. So
right.
He is socializing.
It's a little bit different when you go to prison. I'm telling you, it's a little bit different. They don't like child molesters. See, some prisons in Indiana, they've got their own section just for those kind of people, away from the general population, just for reasons just like Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
Perfect situation. What happened? They got him away from where he was supposed to be and got beat to death with a broom handle or a mop handle. And they don't want to take that chance with him. That's what he's trying to avoid, because he knows he goes to prison and he's liable to somebody's going to attack him.
Maybe they'll send him to Dodge like they did Chris Watts and Jones Jr. and that other guy. Can't think of his name, but they have a place in Dodge where they send child killers, which they have to get special permission because they're taking them out of their state. But sometimes they have to do that in these high-profile cases where they kill children.
Right. KK doesn't want to go to prison. He may not last long. That's exactly what I was just saying, Lakeside. Sorry, I'm behind on the chat.
I'm surprised there's not more incidences in jail, too. I mean, well, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. They probably got him in a different part of the jail that he's at, away from the high-level offenders, like people who are in it for attempted murder and things and that stuff like that. They're not going to put him in that kind of block.
Right.
So, let's see. So tell me about Norfleet there, Pitbulls. I want to know more about this guy.
What was it? I missed it.
Daniel Norfleet is the one, the house that got raided a few weeks back during Delphi.
Oh, did he get some information?
He knows him because they went to school together or something. Or they hung out or something. I don't know. Jetta says, here's the thing, though. We're talking hundreds and hundreds of kids with this. How many missing or dead also outside Carroll County from Carolinas to Vegas? I can't even began to think of the amount of cases.
I don't even know if you could put a number on that, because how many people don't even report?
Somebody's telling me to drop the link again.
That's probably because we told you like 100 times to keep dropping me the link and you didn't see it.
No, this is Purdue just said this.
I know. She was trying to get your attention. We were all trying to get your attention because you weren't dropping the link.
Sorry, guys. Having a chat, trying to keep up with you guys. There's Grizz with his 1900 or 1900 psychic nurse garbage. Crazy dude. Blade, he's yelling barking at Lexi. She pulled up and was walking into her house.
Aw. Blade.
And Shane Constantine says half the jails are probably in CSAM. A lot of arrests in the last months. Oh, yeah. Let's see. That raid was huge. Next door to a house that Patty's own, this is the same raid. Yes, exactly. It is, Amy. And if y'all didn't know, this is the profession Miss Purdue does. She is an expert witness as far as medical cases.
She's kind of smart. I mean, kind of.
Kinda, being a smart
Just a
ass.
little bit. Just a little bit. I actually contacted her for I look up to her. I think she has a lot of knowledge as a nurse. She's my
Norfleet
speedster.
Pitbull says Norfleet didn't have many friends. He kept himself, and you could tell he was a creeper the moment you were near him.
Yeesh.
Wow. Hold on. What did Jetta just say? I meant from Keegan's device, how many kids missing? I don't think we're ever going to know that. Honestly, I don't.
I wonder, we always ask for so long why they let him go from, till he was arrested. What was it, 2000? And they knew that he had this on his.
I think they were trailing him to pick up on everybody else.
Yes, me too. And I think that when they said there's tentacles, I think that these tentacles are all over the world, but I think they're snatching them all over the country, the FBI.
Pitbull says, I believe you work sanitation hog plant. And I found out something else. That gentleman that I was looking for that was standing next to Richard Allen at JC's in the Punisher t-shirt, that allegedly he worked at the hog plant also, night shift.
I missed who you were talking about, Frank. Who did you say?
The gentleman that was standing next to Richard Allen at JC's in the Punisher's t-shirt.
Interesting.
Yeah, he worked at allegedly he worked at the hog plant at the night shift.
Very interesting.
I know I need to upgrade some apps so I can be able to get more information. Let me post. I need to post my Cash App. If anybody's willing or wanting to help support my channel, you can donate to my Cash App here, guys. If anybody needs to get a hold of me, there's my email with questions or photos or information that I can look into that might spring a memory from somebody or whatever. You all know what I'm at. And there's my Cash App again, guys. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee account also.
I love that Buy Me a Coffee app.
Deb asked, hold on, sorry about that.
No, you go. I'm sorry.
Everyone does or has worked at the hog plant. Yes, correct. That is correct. Maureen McManey, what's going on? Hi, true crime housewife. And I see Diane's Susie. Is that who it is? I don't know who that is. Never seen that name before. Wow. Ed Gein, originally Chucky in Child's Play, was recently busted for trying to get with a minor. Oh my goodness.
Ew. What is wrong?
I know. There is my Buy Me a Coffee account, guys, if you guys want to donate also. Thank you, D. And there's my Cash App account. It all just sits in there so I can pay for new apps. I do need to upgrade because there's things that I can get through other apps that I can't get through the apps that I'm using. So
I pay for stuff every month for my YouTube, and I haven't been on there for months. But now that I'm coming back, I'll be back on Friday.
Yeah,
Make
right.
sure you're all there.
Next Friday, right?
Yep. I need you to mod. I need
Okay.
everybody to sub and hit that notification so you're all there.
Hi, Miss Vivian Quarries. Nice to see you.
Vid, are you going to be there in July? I think I asked you that already.
Who, me?
No,
Or
Vid, I
Viv?
know you'll be there. Vid inquires. I think of you all the time, Vid, when I get in my car because I have my little flashlight from our the last time I was at the
Little rendezvous walking through the woods. When you got mad at me because I wouldn't walk back the trails, I was like, nope.
Yeah,
You
they
can do
left
that.
me alone.
No, you decided to do that on your own.
Listen,
No.
we
ain't
always
going there.
end up in a fight over this.
Hey, Cold Truth. Good to see you.
Cold Truth called me a guest. Cold Truth, it's Steffa. You call me a guest.
I want to see her come up. I like her point of views on things too.
Yeah,
she's
she's
got
smart.
good. She's very smart when it comes to these cases in the Florida. Let me see.
Yeah, I wonder what she has to say about Thursday.
Let's find out if she's wanting to come up. There's the link if you want to come up, Cold Truth. And she said, oh, hey, Steffa. Hey.
Hey. I love
1500 is 3 o'clock, Kay, and 1830 would be 6:30.
I only know 1500 being 3 o'clock because of when I work 3 to 11. It's all.
What did you think of the Ron Logan thing that I did the other night, reading through that and his answers to the questions?
Well,
there's Cold Truth.
All right, Cold Truth. I was concerned.
Hey.
What's going on?
Am I echoing?
No.
Okay, good. That's a first. We've been out at the MWXC today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's like the cross country ATV quads for 4x4s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm sunburnt. My head's burnt.
Oh, jeez.
Well, let me ask you: is your natural hair color black?
No, sir.
Is that why you're burnt?
Yeah, I do have, my hair is darker. Like my eyebrows have always been black, but my hair was never quite the same. It's a hideous color. But I do hair, so I've always had it colored. I don't even know what my natural is, to be honest.
Oh my goodness.
But I got the ginger skin for sure. My mom's family's all ginger, so.
Carrot tops.
Oh yeah. Yes, they are.
So what do you think has happened? What are your thoughts of what's happened the last couple of days?
Boo.
Boo?
I mean, it's just a stall tactic, It's got to be played out.
I mean, like I was telling people in the chat, I said, it's almost like somebody's calling the shots from him behind the scenes that we don't know about. Because he's not that damn intelligent. I mean, he's pretty good at manipulating people, little girls and all that. But when it comes to the law, I can't see him being that damn smart.
Yeah. You know what I wish we had? I wish we had the audio and video to go along with that transcript, because I think that would be so telling. Because there's parts of that where I'm like, man, I really think he's playing them, like he's smarter than he's pretending. But
well, it was blatantly obvious that he knew what their tactics were, and he had been brushed up on it somehow.
Exactly. Yeah, he got all that studying done in Vegas.
Yeah, through Jan Kendall.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he just keeps getting uglier and uglier.
And he sure the hell's getting paid in there. I'm telling you that, because if he wasn't
Right?
making no money, he wouldn't be as big as he is.
Well,
Yeah, he wants to stay right in county. He don't want to go to the big popo.
he's stealing Richard Allen's food, apparently.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Somebody sent me a message yesterday, asked me what was that white thing on Keegan's on top of his head. And I said, there's nothing white. I said, he's got a bald spot, and the light was beaming off that bald spot to make it look white.
He needs to just shave it, call it a day.
Well, when he goes to prison, they'll be doing that for him.
Yeah. You know what I don't
Ugh.
understand is I never knew that you could plead guilty, it be accepted, it's a done deal, and then you could come back and say, "Nah, I think I'll change my mind." I didn't never knew that that was a possibility.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
now they need
I
to start.
didn't.
They need to start doing in Indiana what they do, like when they did in Colorado with Crazy Face, where they with Gannon Stout, when they immediately did her sentence. They did her sentence immediately. Like, they said she was guilty, the jury did, and then in like 30 minutes they, well, I guess she didn't plead guilty, but
Oh, they're already sentenced her?
they sentenced her 30 minutes after they found her guilty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had their impact statements already, the family and everything. It was like shabam, and it was a done
Well,
deal.
they must not have a pre-sentence investigation there in that state then before sentencing.
Yeah,
Because
because
Indiana does.
yeah, it's like the parole. It's probation, right?
Well, basically what it is they have somebody come in, they interview Keegan, they have a mental evaluation, then they send him to RDC, which is the Receptionist Diagnostic Center there in Plainfield, and they sit there 30 to 45 days. Basically what it is they send you there to get you used and comfortable of living in the life of prison. So they
Yeah.
know exactly how you're going to act and all that, and they'll determine where they're actually going to send you from there, what prison they're going to send you to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
So it's a long process from the time you're found guilty to actually going to prison for your sentence.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, old Garrett Kurtz, he was scared.
Well, I mean, I had somebody bring it up and said, "You see what happened to Garrett Kurtz's case the other day?" And I said, "It's no big deal, dude." I said, "He just got assigned a public defender. They canceled the jury trial until the PD gets
Right.
caught up on the case, and they'll reschedule it. That's all that is."
Yeah, that's no. I was talking about when he was finally sentenced for Nicole Bowen.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean, what did he get? 45 years or something? 55 years?
55, I think. Yeah.
And he'll do
50 or
26.
55, because I remember Judge Moulter, he was like, which pissed me off because in my opinion, Beckley and Garth were they're the ringleaders right there. But Judge Moulter was like, well, basically I'm not going to give her more than I gave Garrett Kurtz. So he sentenced her to 48 years concurrent with her because she was actually charged with or what was the other charge? Was it conspiracy? Yeah. So that was like a 20-year sentence in and of itself, but it's concurrent. So
she will only do about 20 years and she'll get out.
you think?
Well, I mean,
it's 85%. She's appealing, and I think did she lose one appeal, and now she's into post-conviction relief? But then it just kind of stalled out, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, she got 45 years. I don't know how Indiana's if they're still doing the 2-for-1 or what they're doing, but
yeah,
I did hear that they went to the federal guidelines. You have to do 85% of your time before you're eligible for parole.
Yeah. So I don't know I'm terrible at math, but 48, 85%.
It would be 32 years, 33 years, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So she still has the possibility of getting out, and I mean, she'll be near 60 years old by then. So Purdue said,
"Oh, go ahead." Sorry.
Purdue says he Googled how to delay sentencing if you're a criminal. Change your plea. Say you didn't see evidence. Lie to your lawyer.
Yep.
Nice. True. Very true.
Yeah, he's been playing games
Oh yeah.
for as long since 2017, really, but really started up in 2020. He's playing games with the people that contact him. He's playing games with the investigators, you know, and in the interrogations, like, and so for him to continue that is just another part of his pattern, you know.
He doesn't have anything else to do but play games, you know.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Teresa
It's just
says,
like, how long is the judge gonna let this go on? Because I mean, he could say he changes his plea,
Right.
and then they start to do all. So he's getting a new lawyer, right? He
there's
fired
another.
Aki.
Well, Aki actually filed the motion for himself to recuse himself from the case.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
probably
find out
just done up with him.
Yeah, I still think it's got something to do with Delphi, and Aki don't want no part of it.
And the judge might not let him. I've seen that before.
True, but me and Miss Purdue were talking about that also. And if the judge denies the motion, that gives grounds for appeal for Kegan for an ineffective counsel.
Yeah, if they can prove that he's been ineffective.
Right. So,
but I mean, they did that with what's her name? That never mind. Can't remember. Sunburn Pride Head.
Maybe he wants to give more on Delphi for a deal. When it comes to a double homicide in the CSAM case, I don't see them combining both cases. I just don't see that happening, especially in two different counties.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
No. And like I said from the beginning, I said Miami County wants their own case. They don't want no dealings with the Delphi case. They want their case done and over with before the Delphi steps in.
Yeah, I don't know why. I know it's against sensibilities. I just don't think he's involved. I don't know. I know it sounds crazy.
The only way we see him being involved is him as being the creator, and like we said, he might not know these people by name, but he knows their screen names. Who was given the password or they have the shots out to.
I can't remember what channel it was, but I heard the best argument for like as far as his involvement when he mentioned in the transcript about being able to make easy 900.
Yeah.
And he tried to say that was for like creating websites, which no, he's not doing that. So, but he could be selling profiles, creating them and then selling them. Maybe Richard Allen purchased one of those.
Right.
I don't know.
What is Cindy Mannion talking about?
Oh, well, she's out. I just put her out.
What are you talking about, Cindy? First of all, I'm not making any money, honey.
She's talking about me.
Yeah. What? You make enough money to put back into your channel to get what out?
That's all I get.
Cindy, come back when you know what you're talking about, honey.
Yeah, you just gotta ignore it. People don't get how much work it is.
I know, but I think
they don't get it at all.
Come on up, Cindy. Let's talk.
No, she's not coming on my
not
channel.
on your channel, but that's how I'm gonna be. I mean, I can just see myself because I'm just like, come up here, honey. Let's have a talk, and I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she won't do it.
I know they're just stupid.
See, Shane Constantine says yes, and his Emily Ann account was talking to males about young girls. I found the Emily Ann 45 account in the Yobo under Tony Kline's name.
Really?
Yes.
Now I
sure did. It was under Tony Kline's name, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Y'all think Tony's involved in the C-STAM?
There is no way he can't be. I mean, you got your son living there. You can't tell me you don't know what your son's doing. If he's not involved, you knew what his son was doing.
I got a question. Like, I mean, if anybody's been on my channel, you know, I grew up real sheltered. But like, Is it really a thing that a son and a father like go to strip clubs together and like look into like getting hookers together? Is that like a thing that I just don't know about because I'm so sheltered? Or is
I,
that abnormal?
there is
I'm gonna tell you this. I mean, yeah, I mean, as far as like when we turned 21, yeah, our father would take us to the bar, but he ain't never took me to no strip club.
well, my dad and my brothers went to a strip club, but there was no prostitutes involved. And
Yeah.
they certainly, ew, that just
Yeah.
freaked
Like,
me out. Like, I don't
just
know.
like you gotta draw a line somewhere. I mean, that just seems like the boundaries in that relationship are so.
I honestly, from my perspective, I think I would feel very uncomfortable.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, being with my father at a strip
Okay, and
club.
you gotta think they're probably in a twin bed or queen size bed, double. Like
Man, they couldn't
hotel
both
room.
fit on the bed at the same
But
time.
no, I mean, like, can you just imagine, like, oh, we're gonna try to get some hookers, and like my dad's in one bed and I'm in another. Like, what?
For
I
you,
just,
for my dad.
I
What?
can't. That's just nasty.
Phil
But
Bond, yes, there in no way he didn't know Tony hid behind TK so that if they did get caught, it would be KK. See, that's an angle that we need to look at. Like I said, there is no way Tony didn't know what was going on. And then they both go to the Vegas together. I mean, it's just the whole situation. All right, Cindy, you're done. Thank you. Come back another day. I need my mods to keep an eye on that. I just blocked her for the show, guys. So anytime I have a show and that Cindy Moran, whatever her name is, please don't allow her in here.
yeah, somebody said earlier that profile was messing with Randy.
Nothing else to do, I guess, on Saturday night.
I mean, they got to understand, like me and Randy, we're on Social Security. And we're not at retirement age, so we don't get the full benefits of Social Security. What we make is to pay all of our bills, and we got to survive on very little every month. And I got all my apps and everything coming straight automatically out of my account every month to pay for my channel, the apps I need to do researching on, the whole works. People don't understand, like Mel said, they do not understand what it takes to run a channel.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain yourself.
Well, sometimes I feel like I do to get them to understand.
You are allowed to get paid for the work that you do. It's a lot of work, and you put a lot of time into it, and you did it for free for a long time.
I sure did. Nothing against the other channel, but
Yeah, did
there
you
was
get paid
time.
yet?
Nope, it ain't gonna happen. So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Not
okay.
too.
God
I'm
bless
not.
you.
I'm not too concerned about it anymore. I'll learn my lesson.
I know, but you'll be blessed. You'll be blessed.
But
Yeah, I
guys,
really think I think it's gonna be no time.
I'm really honestly, I am pretty surprised on how far I've come so far in just 2 weeks
Yeah, I
being
mean,
by myself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
yeah. I think you're gonna end up being better off in the long run. It hurts right now, but
I mean, that's what everybody's been telling me. And I wasn't sure of my abilities to go by myself, but after I did the first and second one, I was like, "Yep, I can do this."
yeah. And getting those core documents and actually like showing your work and stuff like that. That's
Exactly. Yeah,
you
exactly.
got
Like
any
I told her,
connection at White County, by the way?
no, but I could surely get one.
Yeah, I called up there. I called the clerk, and they're like, "No, you have to come in and physically get them. They don't do anything. They don't have anything digitized." I'm like, "Really? Come
See,
on."
Delphi is the same way. They, when I talked to the assessor's office, they said that everything they haven't even got close to digitizing yet. It's all still on paper.
Ugh.
I mean, it's 2023. Good Lord.
Thank you, Jed. I appreciate the donation to the Cash App. Thank you, ma'am. But we've been here a little over an hour, guys. I think we've accomplished what we wanted to talk about tonight. Like I said, Monday morning, first bright and early, I'll be up and I'll be contacting the Miami County Clerk to get the actual motion that was filed by Aki to see exactly why he's recusing himself from the case.
Good
And
deal.
once I get that document, I will do a live. Who keeps? I blocked her. Why is she still
New
popping up?
counts. She's got different counts.
But I will go live once I get that document, guys, and we'll go over and explain what the situation is going on with Aki and Keegan Klein. So,
Good deal.
but
Don't forget about Friday.
Oh yeah, and what times?
8:30. I will have a nurse on that worked in a criminally insane hospital, and she will explain the process. And I don't want to say. I just think that it'll be good for us, for people that are saying that they might be criminally insane. We'll get to hear it from people that actually work with them.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, good. Mel, much appreciated.
Yeah.
With Stefan,
Talking
thanks
to
for
you.
coming up.
Thanks.
But you guys pay attention and watch out for Monday's live if I can get a hold of that document. And if I do, I will do a live Monday and we'll all go to get over it together. So thanks
All
everybody
right.
for hanging out.
Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Thanks
you, everybody. Thank you, Stefa. For everybody in the chat, much appreciated for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I love each and every one of you. But until next time, you know what time it is. Peace out. One love, guys. Good night.